Welcome to the YLog worksheet number 15. So today we start with fact family. So choose the correct answer for each question. So number 1, pick a fact that does not belong in the family of 8. So let's see here. We have 4 plus 4. 4 plus 4 we know that equals 8, right? So this checks. So we could remove these from one of the answers. Now let's look at 5 plus 3. 5 plus 3 also equals 8, so that also checks. We could remove this as well. Then we do 7 plus 1. We do 7 plus 1, that's 7, and then 8, right? So then that also equals 8. So we can remove that from the answer. Now, based on removing these 3 from the answer, we can get that D is the answer, right? But we should check. 5 plus 2 is 5, 6, 7. This equals 7, which is the wrong answer. So make sure you always check whether your answer is right. Now, number 2, pick a fact family that does not belong in the family of 10. So let's do the same thing. 7 plus 3, that equals 10. So that checks out. So we cross this out. 10 plus 0, 10 plus nothing, also equals 10. So that checks out as well. So we remove that. 8 plus 4, now that doesn't equal 10, right? That equals 12. So we know that this is the answer, but let's check the last one just in case. So 9 plus 1 more equals 10. So this also checks out. So that means this is not the answer. And C is the answer. Remember, the key word here is does not belong. So everything that belongs, we remove from the answer pool. So try number 3 on your own, following the method I used in number 1 and 2. So addition with 3-digit numbers. Solve each addition problem below. So 3-digit numbers are a little bit confusing, right? So we have to show our work over here. So let's first jot down 200, well, it's 123 plus 200. Now what I like to do is reorder it to make it so that the larger number's on top. So 200 plus 123 and equals. So if we write it out this way, we can do directly. We could just add these. 0 plus 3, 3. 0 plus 2, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. You get your answer here. 323. Now we could do the same thing for number 2. Reorder it so that this is on top, the higher number. So 230 plus 102. So 0 plus 2, 2. 3 plus 0, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. So your answer is 332. So these ones are pretty simple, so try number 3, 4, and 5 using the same method. Reorder the larger number on top, and then add each column to it. Add each column to each other. So subtraction with 3-digit numbers. Find the correct answer for each problem below. So now it's actually a little bit harder, right? Because we're subtracting big numbers. So again, in this case, do not reorder the larger number on top. Just leave it as is. So the first number that comes on, the first number that appears, 250, put that on top, and then subtract it by the number that comes out second. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So your answer is 110. So the same thing with this, we put the first number on top, 390 minus the second number, 300, equals 0 minus 0, 0. 9 minus 0, 9. 3 minus 3, 0. So this is just 90. So try numbers 3, 4, and 5 as well, using the same method that I've shown you. And then moving on to word problems. So number 1, in the beginning there were 26 turkeys in the forest. Now there are 17 turkeys. How many turkeys went away? So we started with 26, right? And then a certain amount of these went away. And then 17 remain. So if we want to find how many turkeys went away here, this is how many remains. In order to find these guys who left, we have to subtract all of the turkeys by the remaining turkeys. So 26 minus 17 equals, now this one, you can't take 7 from 6, so you have to borrow 1 from here, make this 16. 16 minus 7 equals 9. And 1 minus 1 equals 0. So how many turkeys went away? 9 turkeys. Number 2, William lost the turkey some of his feathers. William the turkey lost some of his feathers. He found 13 in the forest and 9 in the barn. How many feathers did he find in all? So in all means that it's an addition equation, right? So 13 in the forest and 9 in the barn. So if you add them together, 9, okay, so let's set it up in the vertical position. 13 plus 9 equals 12, right? So you place down the 2 and 1 up here. Now 1 plus 1 equals 2. So how many feathers did he find in all? 22 feathers. And please, please, please always remember to put your units, because if you don't put your units, you're wrong. Because if you just put 22, what 22 what? 22 feathers, 22 forests, 22 barns, 22 turkeys? What was the units? So remember always to put your units to make sure the audience knows what you're talking about. So try numbers 3 and 4 as well. Remember always to put your units and follow the same method. It may be a little bit confusing since it's word problems, but I'm sure you'll be able to work it through. So thank you for listening for this week's lesson, and I hope to see you guys next week.